Right. It's a public speaking practice session, and you're all welcome to come and practice your public speaking. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, it's time to practice. Practice your voice, practice your speaking, practice to make presentations. Right. You can make it possible by practicing. The power of practicing is key. If you want to practice, please come up on stage, send me a message, and I'll add you to the stage for you to practice. So it's beautiful to have people like you come up and practice your speaking, and I'm happy to always make an impact, and you can equally do more if you practice. So I'm just going to share this. So wherever you are monitoring, seeing this, just try to share it to different people, try to share it around, and let's make some impact. Now come up and practice. Important thing is for you to practice your presentation. So come up and practice. Right, time to practice. And today we are going to practice our pitches. We are going to practice to do notes. We are going to practice impromptu. So it's time. Come and practice. Come up and practice. Right, time to practice. Come up on stage and let's practice our speaking. If you can also share this, it will help. So we are live on YouTube, we are live on LinkedIn, and we are also live on Facebook. So YouTube, you can find me on Ibrahim Mustapha. Just type in Ibrahim Mustapha, you're going to see this. See my name and you follow. And on LinkedIn is Mustapha Inspires. Facebook is Mustapha Inspires. But then come, learn to speak, learn to practice, learn to give a presentation. You can make some serious impact. I believe in the power of learning. I believe in the power of practice. And I know that you can practice your presentations. You can speak of power, you can speak. And public speaking is important. Whether you are building a brand, whether you are building a business, whether you are building a following, whatever you are into, whether it is politics, leadership, like just name it. Tech, you need the power of public speaking to make an impact, to change the story that is existing in society, and to be able to sell your story, your product, your services. The power of public speaking is important because you need to be seen, you need to be known. People need to hear from you. They need to know your story. No one can tell your story better than you. So you need to speak. You need to learn to practice. So there are a lot of ways that you can do this. And you need to speak. Welcome, Enoch. So it's great to have you. So I'm just going to share one or two things. Then you know about public speaking practice. One is to know your audience. If you know your audience, you can do more. If you know your audience, you can create rapport. If you know your audience and who they are, you can be able to reach out to them and change the narrative. If you know who you are talking to, so you need to do audience analysis. You need to create that rapport. You need to reach out and speak of power, speak of whatever it is that you want to do, and you need to speak. Keep speaking until you make that mark. So you need to do audience analysis. You need to know the people you are talking to. So as a professional speaker, you need to ask questions. Questions like, who am I speaking to? What is it? Why am I speaking to them? Right? Why do they need me? So, as a speaker, all these things comes into play. Welcome, Richmond. And you need to know, don't memorize your presentations. Never memorize your presentation. Number 3 is tell a story. We did storytelling. Learn to tell great stories. Learn to tell great stories. And learn to take charge of the stories that you tell. So storytelling is key in public speaking. You need to learn to tell your stories. Emotional stories, powerful, inspirational stories, stories that activate, stories that awaken people from their slumber to do great things. So public speaking is key. You need to do that. The other aspect of speaking is that you need to practice. It's not enough just to say I'm telling stories, but you need to learn to practice. Put in measures to practice. How do you practice? I can use my phone to practice, record myself, delete, keep recording, delete, and I'm practicing. I'm in the realm of practicing. Number 2 is that you can use the mirror in your room to practice. But the best way to practice also is to use mirror. Not mirror actually, is to use live audience. So if you have live audience, your friends, family, Facebook lives like this, you can practice. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok lives, you can practice with those mediums. Then also you need to research about your audience. It's just like the same as knowing your audience, but you need to research more, dip deeper into your audience to know who they are, why they are listening to you, and why you need to even give a presentation. Number 6 is that you need to learn to control your body language. Think about this. It's important to know your body, control it, and to make that beautiful presentation that you want to make. Number 7 is just be yourself, because no one can do it like you, and you are the only person who can decide what to do and how to do what you want to do. So be yourself and give yourself that power to do more. My name is Ibrahim Mustapha, and this is the public speaking practice session. So we are live on YouTube, we are live on TikTok, LinkedIn, we are live on Facebook, and also pretty soon after this program, we are going to upload this program to the I Am Radio. Just type in on Google I Am Radio, and you will get to listen to this particular training sessions. So and this is episode 9. So this is the 9th day, and all our resources are on YouTube. You can find them on I Am Radio, and you can find them on different platforms. So welcome, Richmond. It's a great day. What is new?
Thank you very much. I am.
Right. So what is new? What do you have in store? Do you want to do a presentation? Do you want to say something? We'll move on.
Yeah, I just came from practicing at the nearby park.
Okay.
I want to have a great voice, so I've started practicing.
Wow. I like that. So you are around that park. You are still there?
No, I came back.
Okay. So just set it up. If you have something to say, and I'm happy that people are taking action. Like, I like the practice. Like, you are going to practice, and I'm telling you, if you do this for a week and a month, you are going to be a different person altogether when it comes to presentation. And it's one of the ways I used to practice. Just go to a field, get myself together, put in whatever I want, practice, just keep speaking. And that's the importance of public speaking. Keep speaking until you pick up the rhythm. And once you pick up the rhythm, you can do more. So I believe that practice is key. Don't underestimate your practice. I can tell you all the things I want to tell you as a public speaking coach, but then the number one thing that can help you is the power of practice. Practice of live audience, practicing alone, speaking, just to find a rhythm. If you find a rhythm, you can do more. So Richmond, since you are practicing, let me put you on the spot. Talk about leadership. Ready? You are speaking to university students, and you are talking to them about leadership. Do that now. By the count of 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Leadership is basically having a vision and letting your followers know where you want to go. As a leader, you must lead your people. Certainly, you come from a point that is the starting point of your organization, and you should be able to move them to a strategic point or where you have a goal. So leadership is basically leading your people from one point to a set goal. And as a leader, you should be a servant. You should be a servant leader. That is, you should rather serve your people. You shouldn't lord over them. You should know their needs. You should also know the strength of your people. Knowing the strength of your people will help you know where to place each and every one so that they carry on the objective of the organization. So as a leader, it is better to know the strength of each and every one of your team members so that you're able to carry them along. Thank you, Ian.
Wow.
This is really on the spot.
Sure. So, and that's how I practice. I just put myself on the spot. I start talking about something I'm passionate about. So you can see that some of the words were coming, some of them you were thinking about them. But imagine you do this like 10 times. Just creating topics like leadership, entrepreneurship, sales, business, whatever it is. You see that you have the flow. And these are things that once you start writing your blog post, once you start doing YouTube videos, you have a flow. You know, there are a lot of things to talk about. But there are people, when they start, next day they don't know what to say. They don't know what to talk about. But you can put yourself in the rhythm of practice. And you keep practicing and keep practicing. And to be frank, that's just one of the secrets of public speaking. Apart from telling stories to inspire for people to buy, you can be able to do more. There are people that say they do network marketing. And one of the reasons why most of them don't succeed is that they don't know how to speak in public. Not they don't know how to speak. Some of them can speak, they are confident, but they can't tell good stories. So you see, most of them will come and tell you that, we have a presentation here. I'm inviting you for a presentation, but they can't tell you what the presentation is about. They just say business, networking. Just because they want to sell somebody, they want to send you to somebody to speak to you about the business. So one thing I've realized is that, and when I was hustling, I was also a network marketer, and I realized that the more you send people to the presentation, the more the presenters take your clients. I can quite remember I sent a lot of people to the organized venue, and once they go there, the people who are talking about the rewards they have received, the monies they have, and how they know the business. So your clients who is sitting down there, who you have sent there, will just be saying, I wish I had registered with this guy because he knows the business. The one who has brought me here, he's just like a passerby because he can't even explain the business to me. So you see that at the end of the day, you'll be working hard, and it's kind of like referral marketing. It's almost like affiliate marketing, but this one, you will go out and get people to speak to so that they will buy your product, they will be your under whatever. So if you don't know how to tell stories, sorry, we are going to send your clients, and people are going to snatch your clients away from you. Imagine how busy some people are, and you want them to go to a particular place and listen. No, it's not going to happen. So if you know how to tell stories, you can be a good speaker. Welcome, Madam Zakaria. Thank you for always coming. I appreciate. So welcome, Enoch. Enoch has been here, and also Richmond. Great. It's like today, the network is okay.
It's not bad. It's not bad at my end.
Right. So it's been great, and it's always good to have you here. And one thing I would like you to know is that you don't know what you are doing now until you start using your presentations and you understand, and people will start respecting you. So public speaking is key, it's important. And the more you keep speaking, the more you keep creating opportunities. The more you start speaking, the more you will be able to get a voice. So I'm happy some of you are taking actions. I can see the practice, Richmond, and I'm happy to say that Suhini has also started a book. Pretty soon, he has sent me the cover, and it's a nice book. So it's great. So welcome, Suhini. Welcome, Suhini Suleimana. Right. Okay. So we can hear you speak. All right. So I think network. But then these are small things that you can get yourself engaged in. Life is all about activities. So if you get yourself into activities, like giving yourself activities to perform, you are going to start getting there, and you get there. So welcome to all of you. Maybe if you have a question, just put that in the comment section. We have a private chat. That's for those on stage. And also if you have like private questions, just you can put them on, then we can answer. And so Adam Zakaria, anything to say, anything that you are into? What are you currently into? Also, like that you've started new?
All right, thank you very much. I'm currently working with my colleagues to do the community school, the masterboard. And we are still trying to see how we can mobilize the fund. The funding is just ourselves now, but we will be able to demonstrate the community that we can do it. But then they are just looking up to us. So our next step is to reach out to the members and the community who are well to do and they are in the city, so that we can map up to them to see how best we can support through the initiative so that we can make our project successful. So that is my current period that I'm embarking on.
Okay, that's great, and it's always great. So just keep the house updated. And by most of the things you said, I didn't hear some of them, but you just keep us updated so that we'll see how we can be able to be of support. So it's a public speaking practice. Welcome, Suhini.
Thank you.
Right, there was a lady. I was trying to get her message, but I didn't know that was like on LinkedIn. She was, I think, saying you should get in touch with her, but I don't know. Like, I lost the conversation altogether. So I don't know whether it was because there are multiple platforms. So it's like she said you should get in touch, but I didn't know that. Like, I don't actually know the platform. Whether it was LinkedIn, she wrote the message, and I was looking for the message. I can just see the show first. So, but it all has to do with the presentations that you are doing here, and all of you are doing here. So, can you talk a little about your book, the upcoming book? So, Yuni. All right. So, whenever you find the right network, maybe you can fill us in about the book, because it's going to be a great book. So, Richmond.
I am.
Okay. So, now today we are going to talk about Things trending. Things trending around. What is the latest entertainment news?
I think one Wachi is dead. Sorry to the family.
Okay. So this is dead entertainment news. I think that happened like 3 days ago.
Yes,
So
I
it should
think
be current.
that is the most current.
It cannot be current. How can it be? Then there are no news items here. Right. So may his soul rest in perfect peace. I like
Yes.
Iwachi. Yeah. Yeah. So what about technology news?
To be frank, I've been a bit busy at work these days. I've not actually followed a lot.
Okay, Adam Zakaria, any tech entertainment tech news?
Unfortunately, I'm not. I don't normally follow the entertainment segment.
So which news do you follow? Football.
um, I do follow
You're forgetting what you follow.
politics. Um,
Okay, let's
the
go.
current
What's the latest political news?
the latest current news is one white guy has, gotten a medal for Ghana that is hailing from the lady Mamura. And in fact, the whole Ghana is, commending the guy. And then people were even surprised seeing a white lady. They never think that, like, they never thought there is a white lady, sorry, white people who are, who are Ghanaians. And in fact, it's because of this news that the guy has, put to the world that we have white people living in Ghana and they are Ghanaians from Lalevi.
Great.
So
That's
that's the
right.
current thing. Yeah.
So that's sports, or politics? So we have the latest sports news, and also have the latest entertainment news from Richmond, and the latest sports news from Adam Zakaria reporting from IMTV. So Suhini, what is the latest news? Wow. I think today the Suhini's network is saying no, 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 no. So Enoch, uh, always happy to have you here. Any day that you feel like Suyin is on. So any day like you feel like you're not okay, Suyini. Okay. I think it's all right. So today we are going to look at a bit of how to gather stories and tell like we are going to in short, it's going to be like news kind of reading, right? How can you present? For example, if you hear that they are doing auditioning on radio about like radio jobs or TV jobs rules as speakers, you need to be able to fill in. And the second thing is that MC, most of you are good, your voices are great, and you can become great MCs, master of ceremonies. So you need to learn to become to fill in as a master MC so that anytime there's an event, they can call on you. And some great MCs, wedding MCs, I know wedding MCs that are taking like up to 1,000 cities per event. Some take more. And if you have corporate events, some can take like 2,000, some 5,000 cities just to MC an event. So the MCs that you see, they make actual money from MCing alone. So it's a career path that you can all take, and you can start doing MC work. So you can become corporate MCs, and you can make money MCing. So it's also another venture as speakers that you can get into. So let's say MC Richmond. The MC for the event is Richmond, or Enoch, our MC, or Adam Zakaria is going to be our MC, or a local like reporter. You can report for any of the media stations. You can report for international stations, and all this you can just get in the realm of becoming an MC, or someone who is into what newscasting. So there are things that you need to take into consideration. And MC-ship is just the normal public speaking. You follow rules, follow protocols, and you can be able to do more. The other thing I want you to also understand is that as speakers, or not even speakers, any event, if there's an event happening in church or at the mosque, because people see you as workers, or people think that you have gone to school, universities, or senior high, or whatever in your communities, they are always going to call on you when the program is about English, when the medium of communication is English language. They will call on you. One, opening prayer, either in church or mosque, they can call on you. Number two, vote of thanks. Number three, closing whatever remarks or anything. And number four, introduction of the chair. So as a speaker, you need to have all this on your tips. How to introduce the chairperson or chairman for an event. Number three, how do you give closing, like opening prayer or closing prayer? If you don't know this, one day you are going to be disgraced. Take it from me. If you feel shy, one day you are going to be forced to do some of this. They'll just look at you and say, Richmond, the person who is going to nominate you is like also afraid to speak, but they just want someone to relieve them. So they say, oh, Richmond, can you give us opening prayer? That's where you start seeing problems. Or like introduce our chairman, or come and like speak on our radio program. If you are not into these things and you are not learning, you will be forced to do them. And actually, when I was a radio presenter at Kesme, there were great businessmen and women who I wanted them to come and speak, just to speak for free. I'm hosting a program, and it's all about business. So if Richmond has a business, I'll say, okay, Richmond, come and speak and market your products for free. Because you are speaking, you get the opportunity to market, and some of them will not come because they are afraid to speak in public. So they lose that big opportunity. If you are to do that, you go and pay a lot of money, but then just come and speak and you lose that. So know your introductions, know how to give vote of thanks, and know how to introduce the chairperson or chairman, and know how to give closing and opening prayers. So I'm going to pick vote of thanks, and I'm going to tell you some of the things that you need to look up to when you are giving a vote of thanks. Vote of thanks simply means that there's a program that has finished. You just want to give appreciation to the speakers, to the organizers, and to people who are around who've made it to that program. So welcome, Ballon. So vote of thanks is a great opportunity for you to just tell the world about the program and to make sure that the speakers are happy and all the people who've come there, really, it was worth it. So it's kind of like thanking people for coming there. So once you are nominated to go and give vote of thanks, sometimes if you are lucky, they will give you the vote of thanks in advance. They will tell you that, okay, tomorrow we are going to give vote of thanks at this event. This is how the event is going to be. These are all the people coming. So all you just need to do is, some people write it, that's okay. Some people don't write, that's okay too. But then know one or two things that you are going to do when it comes to the power of vote of thanks. Welcome, Abdul. So basically,
Thank you very much.
right. Yeah, two things you need to look up. And you can present your vote of thanks in two ways. One, you can tell a story to just sum the vote of thanks. Someone did it and it was great. Two, first, we start thanking God. I'm just going to give a vote of thanks. I want to thank God Almighty for giving us this opportunity. I want to thank the speakers who did a very wonderful job. You can mention names. Maybe I want to thank Balong, I want to thank Richmond, I want to thank Adam Zakaria, Enoch, and Abdul for their great presentations. I also want to thank the organizers because they did very well by putting this together. Without the audience, what would we have done? So to the audience, thank you for gracing the opportunities. Thank you to all of you, and I appreciate. You are done. That's if it is impromptu, they've not informed you, they just call on to you. Thank God, thank the organizers, thank the speakers, thank the audience or participants. How can you tell stories out of this? And I saw someone that used a story to finish vote of thanks. And this was his story. I start. Some years ago in Brazil, there was a man called Carlos and his only daughter. So whatever the daughter wanted, Mr. Carlos will buy the products to that girl. If she wanted anything in life, Mr. Carlos would try his possible best to buy that for her. But here's the problem. There was a single day, and this lady knew that Mr. Carlos, the father, will go extra miles to get her whatever she wanted. So let me add. So she realized that the father loves her too much that he will always buy something, whatever she wanted, for her. One day, it was left with Mr. Carlos $100, only $100 in her wallet. And the daughter knew about the $100 and knew that today the family only had $100. So she went to the supermarket and saw a shoe of $100. And she came back and told the father that she wanted that shoe, knowing very well that that was the only money the father had. Since the father loved her and he wanted to get this particular shoe for this, because he always wants to make this little girl happy. Lo, and whatever it is, he went to the store, bought this pair of shoes for the daughter. So when he brought this pair of shoes, the daughter took the shoe and threw the shoe away and ran into her room. The man was surprised and he kept on asking himself, this has never happened. This lady knew that the only money I had was $100. And I've used the $100 that we all have to sacrifice to buy this shoe. And she has thrown the shoe away and she has run into her room, locked it. So the father was contemplating what has happened. So he tried very hard, knocked the door, tried several times until he was able to open the door. So when he opened the door, this little girl had picked different books, packed them around, started searching, started reading, started looking around the books, dictionaries, encyclopedias, just searching. So the father opened and asked, oh, what happened? Why? And the daughter replied that she's looking for a word more than thank you to give to the father because she can't thank her enough. And she's still looking in all the dictionaries around to look for a word that is greater than thank you. If she finds that, she's coming to tell him that word just for being a patriotic father, giving all what he has to her whenever she requests. So the guy turned around and said, to the audience, to the speakers, to all of you who have come here, I'm still looking for a word that is greater than thank you to present to you. But for now, I will say, I will borrow some thank you and tell you. So thank you all for coming. And that was how he ended it. And everybody was happy. So you see, he used story. He used that story to be able to what? Give that vote of thanks. So you need to understand the power of vote of thanks and know when people call on you to give vote of thanks, just either make it short, give it a story, get a different story that can go to let people know that you actually appreciate all the performances, all the speaking, all the opportunities people have gotten during that event. And that is the power of vote of thanks. So learn to what? Thank people, learn to get into the realm. And these are things that you don't say, oh, I'm not aware. Like Bolan will say, this is unaware. I'm not aware of this. No, this one, whether you are aware of it or not, you just have to sacrifice and do it. Closing prayer, opening prayer. If you are a Muslim, you just do the Fatiha. If there's pressure, just do the Fatiha and you are gone. If you are a Christian, just get the Lord's Prayer, something short. Thank God for coming. Put this into the hands of whatever. Straight. Make it short. That's if you are not aware of that. Make it short and don't try to coin out words that you don't understand to confuse everybody there. So you need to just go straight to the point and you are gone. So vote of thanks, opening, closing prayers, and the introduction of like a chairperson. Don't go out trying to figure out some words in your mind and say, okay, me, I'm good. So I know the chairman. No, please go and ask the chairperson or chairman of the event. Ask for your name, and the person will say, this is my name. And you mention it well. Qualifications, what and what do you want me to put there? Don't go and put something there that people don't know. Maybe the man has like only one wife. That is on official documents. And you will go and say, hey, our chairman has 2 wives. You see that you cause trouble there. So please ask people, ask the chairperson to give you synopsis or rundown of his or her credentials so that you go there, practice it, and you read to the audience. So that's one of the ways you can use to what? To win the hearts of people when it comes to the power of vote of thanks and introductions. One thing to take notes as an event MC, and a lot of people do that mistake. If there are people on your bill who are supposed to speak, make sure you get their names right. Make sure you get their names right. Because some people never forgive you if you butcher their name in a certain way. So sometimes you go ahead, if you can talk to them, ask. If you know similar names, you can call on to people to tell you the right pronunciations. If they are English names, go on to Google, type the name, and it will give you the spelling of the name and the sound, how it sounds. Then you can use to practice the name. Then you can go ahead. In the event of time that you don't get the name right, maybe just impromptu, and you mention any name, please just say, okay, I'm sorry, but maybe I hope I didn't butcher the name. But sometimes, in most cases, the difficult ones, they will correct you. So that's not my name. My name is Mr. This. And you take it from there. But if you make mistakes, don't take it serious. Laugh over it. Ask for forgiveness, and you move. So those are some of the things that you need to take note of as event MC, as an event MC, someone who is MCing an event. Make sure you are conscious about what you do. If you are not good in creating jokes, don't create jokes. So if you have questions, I'm open to questions. But as speakers who want to go out, please, opening prayer, closing prayers. They will call you several times. Vote of thanks. They may call on you, or you may call on people. Number 3 is just introductions. These are core like things that every meetings we expect to like lay them down, do them. So be conscious about that and be practicing. So you can be working and practicing about like how to do vote of thanks. I want to thank God for giving us the opportunity. I want to thank the speakers. I want to thank the organizers. I want to thank the audience and all the people who are here, including the people who even provided the snacks. Thank you, and may God bless you all. You are done. Simple, short, no long talk. But learn different ways. Learn different ways. So if you have a question, Abdul, and Suhini says he has a lot for us, but the network is trying to have a lot for him. So today, okay, someone has a question. Suhini, if you can hear this, unmute and let's see.
All right, Mr.
Okay.
I am.
Right.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You are doing a very wonderful job for us here. I've learned something very good this evening. In fact, so I have questions concerning probably if you want to introduce the speakers at the program. Do you go to them to take buy their everything, or you take it from the who invited them?
Let me.
And then.
Okay, let me put in
my question. Should I? Or I should give one by one so that you tackle them.
I'm coming. I can't hear you well, so I'm putting on my. So can you speak?
All right. So my question is, if you have to introduce speakers for a particular program,
right,
do you go to them to take their details, or you take the details from the organizers who invited them?
That's one.
All right. And then the second one has to do with giving a story to the closing remarks.
Right.
You did mention like you can give a story. Is it probably giving the story before starting to thank them, or sorry, that's the vote of thanks, or thanking them and then adding the story?
Right. So the first
question has to do with
I've got it.
You get the second question right.
Right. So the first question.
Okay.
One is you can get it from the organizers. If you are the MC and they are the organizers, sometimes you may not have access to the speakers, but the organizers, they know who is coming. So before the event, you just get the information from the organizers, tell them that you need information about the person, the chairperson, or the speakers, so that you can be able to. So in turn, they can facilitate and get the like some of the things that you requested from about the speakers.
All right.
In some cases too, the speakers may not, the organizers may not be swift in giving you the information. So the event day, as the MC, once the speakers come and they say, okay, this is Mr. A, you can just go to them and also ask them some few questions, right? So but professionally, I will be happy if you can do the two. You get the questions from, you get the information from the organizers, but once the speaker comes, you go and develop a rapport with that person and ask questions. Oh, welcome. They've given me your information, but have you? Should I add something because you are a great person, and I want to add more? Right. So why are you doing this? One, you are developing networks of the speaker because a speaker may be someone who is a great personality. So we are developing a rapport with them. You are creating opportunities for yourself, and you are getting to know what information can they be comfortable with. And sometimes, like I do that. So I want to speak, introduce some people. I go to them. I go to the organizers, get the data, all what, because they will give you the raw data. But I still go to the speakers or the chairperson and ask, oh, are you a football fan? And they'll say, okay. And I'll say, oh, which team are you supporting? If it is Ghana level, like a Kotoko or Ashanti, whatever it is. If it is international, the person may say Chelsea and or Manchester. So in my introduction, I can add Chelsea because that's what the person loves. And sometimes if you know the person who, like, the person is a Chelsea fan and you know that as public record, you can just say that he's also a great Chelsea fan. He loves Chelsea and we are relating with him. So you can do that. The second one, you know, the story, you don't, like the story I said, I told you here. You see that it was something that was related to finding a thank you story. That, okay, the daughter said she's looking for a word that is bigger than thank you to tell the audience and the people who've come to speak. So me as the person doing the introduction, I'm also looking for a word that is bigger than thank you. But for now, I just want to say thank you for coming. So you can say the thank you at the end, and that is fine. Put it in if it's a story, you making sure that there's suspense in that. There's suspense in it. Then you say this sorry, thank you at the last. So welcome, Balong. Okay, Adam, you still have some questions?
Yes.
Okay.
So there are some instances that they will invite you to give a class in a way you are not part of. I mean, you are not part of the program. Probably
Right.
you just came in there as as a volunteer. I don't know. Do you use the personal pronoun or or you use the the plural? Because sometimes it gets normally I get confused about it. Let's say I thank you or we thank you for coming or something like that.
Like so once you are asked to do like vote of thanks, just like you can just choose we thank you for coming. So you are speaking in the name of the like organizers because they've chosen you, like you are selected to speak for them. So maybe there's an event in your school, okay, organized by SRC, right? And at the end of the day, SRC says, so Adam Zakaria, give us vote of thanks. So you are going to be the bridge between SRC and the speakers and the organizers and the sponsors. So I prefer you using like the group pronoun. We would like to specially thank you for coming. But then don't be afraid to mix them whenever you feel like you are an independent person or staff. Because there are times that they can just select you you're just sitting somewhere, and they say, okay, Adam Zakaria, like you said, give us vote of thanks. So you can use your experience and just go out like with it. But then don't be too stuck with either we or I or no, don't be too stuck. Whatever it is, find your way. If you are independent, knock it the independent way.
All right.
All right,
That's so awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Ibrahim.
right, right. Welcome. So, Balon, welcome. The man in the house, the farmer.
It seems my network is better now.
Okay, so what do you have for us?
Okay, actually, let me begin by how I spent my day today.
Great.
Today, my organization, Open Academy, organized a storytelling session, which was about the upcoming Fire Festival celebration.
Great.
So we're honored to have Honorable Mbrudiba in our midst, who happened to be the main facilitator for the program. He took us through the history of Fire Festival, the customary activities involved before and after the celebration. So it was exciting and insightful. Aside that, also working on my book, and the idea behind my book is that I've realized that most authors write about love. Every author wants to write about love. However, no, I've not seen many people talking about how to manage a breakup. Let's say when you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or maybe you guys are married, and there is a problem. I've not seen much people writing about how to resolve them. So right now, I'm trying to put out something so that it can help couples or aspiring couples so that they can strengthen their relationship and to prevent them from separating from each other when they still love each other. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. So far, that's what I'm working on. And later, I would need an opportunity to talk about leadership. As I was joining earlier, I realized that you give an opportunity for someone to do presentation on leadership. Maybe as we go, I'd like to do presentation on that. Thank you.
Great things that you are working on, and just keep doing what you do. Do your research, put in the content, be fast about that, and let's see how we can take it to the next level. So it's always great to have people starting some things, activities, just because you've been part of this. And it's Friday. So, Balong, maybe you can tell us something. The whole day we didn't, if we haven't heard anything from you, the nurse, our doctor here. Balong, I think he's away a little. So it's like someone wanted to say something. So today we are talking about things that are trending. Want to know what is trending? What is the latest news? You can tell us the news that you feel like is happening. It can be entertainment, sports. We did some sports gossips whereby we saw a Nelerigu white guy, winning trophy for Ghana. Congrats to Ghana. Congrats to Nelerigu, young white guy. So just like, and the story was presented to us by Adam Zakaria, and also talked about entertainment and Ghana losing a veteran actor, aka Wachi, and that was presented to us by Richmond. So whatever is happening in your community, whatever news that you want to present today, is like news telling, and also we had leadership by Richmond, and later we may have Suyini or anyone do other presentations. So Richmond, you've unmuted. What is happening? Richmond? Richmond? Right. So Richmond is having some entertainment somewhere. It's trying to drag us into it. So Suhini, kick up. Let's go. Suhini, let's go with the leadership. Let's go with the flow.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
Today, all right, we are talking about leadership, the essence of leadership in wherever we find ourselves. Leadership is very important. Let me begin by saying this. Even in the kingdom of animalism, there is hierarchy. So if this thing happens within the animal setting, how about we humans? As a leader, there are certain qualities you need to possess. One, you should be foresighted. You should be able to see the future by using the current happenings. The present should be able to help you see the future. The second thing is you should be able to combine many qualities to help you govern well. One can employ democracy, dictatorship, or autocracy. You need to combine all these qualities to help you govern well. If you employ one quality, trust me, you would mess up along the way because not all situations deserve to be solved with one idea or one solution. There is no one solution for all problems. Every problem has its own solution. Aside that, how do we become leaders? One, we need to learn. The second one, too, we need to follow leaders. Good leaders learn from their good activities, the things that they do, and it is in the interest of their followers. Aside that, you should be able to take good decisions that can help your generation and generations yet unborn. We should be able
Right. I think there's a glitch somewhere. So if you get back, let's come back and let's do it more. There's a glitch. So we have Suhini talking about leadership, how productive we can be with leadership. And the topic of leadership We can talk about leadership for like 1 year, still talking about leadership. So leadership is important, and the more you learn to become a leader, you can actually take opportunities and create opportunities. So let's wait for him to come back. And once he's back, we talk about leadership and more leadership. Because everything, according to John C. Maxwell, everything falls and rise of leadership. The more you can lead, whether it's personal leadership, helping yourself to lead your projects. And to me, life should be like kind of like you should lead. Everybody should lead. Because at the end of the day, you decide to go to where you want to go to. And that's leadership. You decide to go to where you want to go to. And I like this quotation by Warren Bennis. He says, like, leadership is all about making your vision a reality. So if you have a vision, you make your vision a reality, you are a leader. So you have to lead yourself first. And today we've dived into the topic of leadership. Coincidentally, I published 2 books about leadership because it's something that is important and something that we can all use to develop our nations, to develop our personal brands, to develop our personal whatever economies. But we need leadership. Bad leadership, everybody fails. Good leadership, everybody wins. So when you look at other jurisdictions, whether countries, whether companies, whether products, whether brands, all it takes for them to win, forget about resources, it is leadership. Leadership, if you have the right leadership, you can create opportunities. So it's the public speaking practice session, and we have great people. We have Enoch on stage, we have Richmond, we have the man, Balon Sibri, representing the people of Upper West, and also Ness, Farmer. And that's the beauty of this. We have Enoch, we have Richmond, financial consultant, financial analyst, and he's also helping you to bring in imports from different parts of the world. So my name is Ibrahim Mustapha. I'm your facilitator. I'm a public speaking coach and a friend. And I'm asking you, inviting you to come up on stage, practice your presentations. Come up on stage, make mistakes. Come up on stage, yes. Use this platform, use my audience, use them to practice for free. No one will charge you. You come and practice. You practice for your Zoom meetings. You practice for your PowerPoint. You practice with your voice. You practice to give powerful presentations. And it's not all about only about practicing. Come and use public speaking to create something meaningful for you. So we have other panel members and who, based on the technology, network issues, people like Adam Zakaria, we have Abdul, and also we have Man Mashoud, Mash, and also have Suhini, Suleiman, rapping from Hopping Academy. So these are great people who always pass here. They pass by to give their voice a chance. And you may not need this service today. I'm telling you, one day you will surely need the power of public speaking to help you. So people are already doing great things. And I know by the second, third week, after next week, we'll start seeing Ballon, Enoch, Richmond, Suini, and all of you doing great projects, personal projects. And that is the power of speaking. Public speaking can help you change the world. So if you believe in yourself, you speak. And that's it. So if you have questions, you can come up on stage. You can ask them. We are live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. And also, I just realized that the small presentations we are doing here, even though it's practice sessions, there are people who are looking up to you. You inspire people with your small speeches. And there are people who want to even partner with some of you. I saw a lady asking for Suini to contact her, but I can't trace the chats. So this is something that you are practicing, but people are taking it serious and they are reaching out to you. And that's what public speaking can do. So if you are here, if you are around the world and you want to practice, come up, practice your presentations. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. And that's one thing I always tell people. Some of you are afraid to make mistakes. You're afraid like that if you go online and make mistakes, the whole world will see. Yes, it's true. They will see. But will you learn from it? Yes. Will you get better? Yes. And know that majority of the people around the world are afraid to speak in public. I can tell you for a fact. Even the great speakers you see, they still get nervous. So this is a free school, free university. And come to think about it, some of us who've completed universities, we even have masters, but you can't speak in public. Is that not a shame? You have all these skills. Society looks up to you. Oh, he has masters. They'll go and graduate and they are happy. Graduation, they wear the gun, they are happy. You are happy. But you can't speak in public. I just want to push you to speak. Speak today. Come up, speak, and do more. So let's go around and see if someone has something to say. We've passed the mark of 10 or 8, and we can bring it to halt. Richmond, something new? Richmond. Balon Sibri. Okay.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Hey, today Balon is sleeping. Oh.
I'm so exhausted, that's why. So I'm just listening to the program.
Right.
Yeah.
So today, what is it? What is new? What do you have? Then I think we can close.
Honestly, nothing real. Nothing for now.
I can see.
Yeah.
Right. So it's great. Let's go to back to the drawing board. Let's do something creative. Let's come up with something new. Then tomorrow, I'll be asking all of you to tell me about the trending news in technology, politics, any news that it's not like something that you need to come out of. No, anything that you feel like is news that you want us to know, start telling us, and how to report, how to read news, like a BBC. So if you get opportunity to read news, what will you do? So tomorrow we are going to practice about news reading. We are going to practice about like just telling stories. And maybe some of you can find your passions, speaking about things that you love, speaking about things that you believe in, and speaking about things that you can do. But if you're at home and you're listening to this is a public speaking practice session with Ibrahim Mustapha. That is my name. And I want you to know you can practice with different things. You can come up on stage, organize your own events using YouTube, using LinkedIn, using Facebook Live, using TikTok. Start speaking. The beauty of it is that you don't have a lot of audience. So keep on speaking. You get one person, 2 people coming to watch and tell you whatever you are doing is right or wrong. Then you keep moving. But the beauty of it is you are learning to practice. They may not know. And you use that to practice. You can use live audience to practice. You can use your phone. Just use your phone. Like I have a stand. Put your phone on a stand like this. And I'll teach you, like if you are doing online courses, if you are doing TikTok, Instagram Live, this will be okay. You can do this. Practice with this. If you are doing YouTube, this is the best way. If you are going to do YouTube videos, you can do this to practice. So this is how you do YouTube videos. TikTok, Instagram, this way is okay. If you are doing online courses, turn it this way. You have a full view of a TV, like how they do TV programs. You can use this. So these are ways that you can turn your camera, tilt your camera. If you are doing an online course, you do it that way. If you are doing TikTok, you turn it that way. If you are doing live Instagram, it's supposed to be slanted. And just some news. and I term that them as tech news for today. So let's practice, let's do more, and let's keep creating opportunities. But tomorrow, there's a present for all of you. So I want to see all of you tomorrow, and let's share that present together. So thank you very much, and I believe in all of you. May God bless you all. Enjoy your weekends. Tomorrow we do have day, and maybe we just do like 30 minutes because tomorrow is Saturday, and people will like to enjoy their weekends. My name once again is Ibrahim Mustapha. See you soon.
All right. Thank you, bro.
Right, right.